Welcome to the prologue on March 26, 2022. Today is the start of the new racing season, and everyone is eagerly awaiting what will happen this year. New regulations, new opportunities, new drivers. We are in Staffhorst to prepare the drivers for a racing season in which a lot lies ahead.
We are in Assen for the first competition of the season. An unexpected old acquaintance Henk Minnin is also at the start, on the standard class patch of Chris Nijder. We also see many newcomers such as Jannik Voss, Gert-Jan Meijer and Hugo Satter. We are now loose in the rain, and after the first day of racing, it is Henk Minnin who went for the win. Unfortunately, there are no points for Gert-Jan Meijer in his debut. Sander Mulder also continued his DNFs from last season. The second race in Veldhoven has started. Unfortunately, no Erik Jong at the start. We see Robert Fidder driving there in a decent 5th place. Henk Minnin is present on a completely new patch this time, and it is still hoped for the first points for Wilco Quist and Arie Gassman. Debutant Jesse Van Zandt has scored very good points in the previous race. In the standard class, Pascal won the day victory. In the XP class, it was Henk again. We are back in Assen for the third race of the year. Dennis Veger has scored his first points in Veldhoven. Sander also has his first 20 points. Let's hope for more in the coming races. Kenny Buxer won this race in Assen ahead of the fast Rink van der Weide and champion Bart Dijkhoff. Henk Minnin, however, scored his first DNF of the season. In the standard class, Pascal won ahead of Jordi and the strong riding Jannik Voss. Still waiting for Chris Wienen's first podium. Erik Jong was also present this race. XP rider Mark Dijkhoff made the switch to the standard class and won race 1, but in race 2 champion Pascal was just faster. Paul had an unfortunate crash in race 2. Erik Jong, on the other hand, in race 1 collided with Paul. We also had a debut by Justin Bruin, which unfortunately could not be converted to points. Bart won in the XP and did very well with this, because Henk had a DNF again, and Kenny Buxer was not present. Rink also scored his first DNF. As a result, Sander Mulder has managed to take a podium at his home race. Marijan and Jan van Eypenburg and Wilco Quist had a less good day here. Both ended with 2 DNFs. For Gurjan, the first points are not yet in. Former champion Rick van Steek was back at the start for the only foreign race of the season. The Putsch drivers travelled to Spa-Francorchamps to watch the victory of Rink van der Weide and Mark Dijkhoff. However, Pascal acknowledged a technical problem in race 1. Kenny and Bart closed the podium in the XP class. Michael Verskoor scored his first points of the season. Sander Mulder now scored points for 4 racing days in a row. Paul Hendricks and Jordi Minin rounded out the podium in Spa, while Chris Wienen missed again. After a long summer break, we are back in Veldhoven. The race where it has to happen for Pascal. Jordi Minin suffered from an injury and has to miss his last 2 races, so it was enough for Pascal to finish today. He can call himself after race 1 for the second time Dutch champion of the standard class. Old acquaintances such as Kees Jan Stoffelen and Riel Roux were also at the start today. They finished in 5th and 6th place, behind Jordi, Jannik and Paul. In the XP class, Bart Dijkhoff went home with the day victory, and because of this he came 7 points behind in Assen, the last race of the season. Unfortunately, Sander Mulder's point streak also came to an end in Veldhoven.
Bart, if you run in 7 points, you will win your 3rd Dutch title. Henk, if you keep this lead, this will be your first.
Henk is an experienced boy in racing. In recent years he has raced on the big circuit, while Bart has been riding the Putsch for years, as has Kenny.
Bart should not be underestimated. He is cunning and quick, and trust me, his
I
moped
dare to
is
bet my
reliable.
money on Henk, because his pace is the highest over the season, despite having had many motor problems.
Oh no, the last race of the season has started and Henk Minin had to put his Putsch aside in the warm-up lap due to a fuel tap. What something small of 2 euros can do. The perfect opportunity for Bart to strike, and he took the first 25 points. Race 2 was therefore an 8th place sufficient. He did this and Bart Dijkhoff is Dutch champion in the XP class. 2 same champions as last year. Robert van Steenis took home with the day victory in Assen, securing his 5th place in the championship. The first points for Gurjan Major have also been received. Hugo Satter was back in the standard class and scored a day victory with 1 point more than Yannick Vass and behind the champion Pascal. He fell in race 1. Justin Bruin has scored 19 points this season, slightly less than Real Roux.
Meow.